welcome to Saturday in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Wow, we are 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 2 days away from Christmas. We actually celebrate, tomorrow's Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Oh, wow. We actually celebrate on Christmas Eve at Dave's parents' house. So we will go over there, go to church tomorrow, and go on over there afterwards. So that's fun. Today we are going to the, all of a sudden I just forgot the name of it.
Norway House.
The Norway House to see a gingerbread display, which we saw last year and decided that is going to be on our holiday, like every year, Christmas adventures. So today I'm going to show you something absolutely gorgeous from the new January to April catalog. I think you're going to like it. All right, here we go. So the name of this suite is called Perennial Lavender. And I'm going to start with the paper because the paper is absolutely stunning. Sometimes I wonder, Stampin' Up! Says, well, we're not selling enough of like gorgeous grapes, so we're going to design a paper around that so they sell more. Because all of a sudden when the colors coordinate, that's what I want to get, right? So isn't that pretty? It's Pretty Peacock is one of the colors. Look at that. Oh, besides, I love lavender. I love the smell of it. We grew some last year and it grew really well. So pretty. Fun little check there. How fun is that? That's one of those ones that you can cut into 6 pieces and use the whole designer series paper, which I love, love, love. This is shaded spruce. Pretty Peacock. I think it's still Pretty Peacock, actually. So fun. Look at all these colors. And I saved what I think is one of the best for last. So the colors in here are, I love that they put this right on the back for us. The colors in here are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky.
Hey, Patty.
So I was correct. They actually have both the Shaded Spruce and the Pretty Peacock. So it's just gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So I am going to use that.
Pretty Peacock has more sort of
a
blue
little bit more
grain,
blue.
yeah.
This is also a super suite, which means that it has 2 stamp sets, 2 dies. It's just what we call a super suite. So Perennial Postage is one of the stamp sets with all the words. I love these. Of course, I always love when it's script and bold together. So happy Mother's
Morning, Sandy.
Day.
Put up your feet, take a break from cleaning.
You mean the world to me. Big hugs. You're simply marvelous, Sandy, and all our viewers. Thank you for your friendship, your love beyond measure. So just some really great sentiments there.
Hey, Cheryl.
Then Painted Lavender is what the stamp set is. And I mean, you could just see it's just floral. It's beautiful. It looks, oh, that's how they did that. Okay. I was looking at something this morning. I'm like, I don't really understand. Anyway, I'll explain it to you when we get there. Also these are the dies that come with it in the super suite. Super because it's double. This is the Perennial Postage dies. And anytime something has this layering out, I just think it's phenomenal because it gives us so many options to use. So that's the Perennial Postage dies. And then, of course, the flowers have dies that we can die cut out. So Painted Lavender dies. So obviously I have not played with all of this yet, but it is on the to-do list for next week after Christmas. So
I'm going to make a prediction. Those Perennial Postage dies are going to stay
This
around.
one?
Yep.
Are going to what?
Stay around.
They're just not
The
even
layers,
in yet. They're just coming.
I know. They're going to be around for a long time because the scallop, the layers,
right.
The whole thing.
I thought you were going to say, I'm going to make a prediction that these are going to sell out like that. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Unfortunately, that also might be true.
Yeah, that might be true too. All right, so I'm going to start with crumb cake, just our standard half sheet. So that is 5.5 by 8.5, and we'll just fold that and use our bone folder.
And you did score it before you folded it.
I always do, yeah. And I keep my score right next to my cutting board. So this is one piece, as you can see, of this. It's this piece right here. So I took out this, like I said, this will make 6 if you cut it at 5.5 and then cut them at 4, or excuse me, 5.25 and cut them at 4. And then you'll be left with a little strip that you could put inside or do something else with. So
You cut it at 6 because it's 12 by 12. 6 would be half of it.
I don't cut it at 6.
Oh,
I cut it at 4, so I get
Yep.
3 strips of 4, and I want it to fit on here, so I
Oh,
cut it
got
at 5 1/4.
to get it
So
smaller.
5 1/4, 5 1/4 is 10 1/2. So you're actually left with a little strip on
Little
the bottom.
tiny strip. Got it.
Keep that in mind when you're stamping at night. When you're coming down and like the Grinch, walking down, but not crabby. All right. I just thought this color coordinates quite well with this.
Cheryl
obviously.
says this super sweet is going to come to her house soon.
Oh, yay, 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 Cheryl. Okay, and then I actually used Gorgeous Grape and one of the dies to just die cut out a little postage stamp. And I'm going to show you something that's really great about how defined this is. But first, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to stamp it with, excuse me, basic white ink. And I want to show you something about the ink. So basic white ink, pretty much every time you use it, you need to ink it because it's a craft ink and it dries quickly. But let me show you something. When you squeeze, it's pretty thick ink. So when you squeeze, you get this itty bitty, even less than that out. So here's what I do. Little tip here. I take this off like that. I don't want to make a mess. I dump some out and then I put this back on, whoop, and I spread it around. And that's kind of a little bit of a quicker, easier way to get this ink out. But now I feel like I really need to. Is there a tissue over there you can wipe that off? Or your shirt, sweater, something like that?
I'm not using my shirt.
Just kidding. All right, so we're going to use I Can't Thank You Enough. And when you ink it really well, it comes out nice and bold. I'm going to stamp it a little bit on the bottom. There we go. Just that, I love that, the white on the, it's okay, Hannah. It doesn't
I got it.
Heavy sigh. It comes out nice, the like the white. Be careful because it's a little bit wet, so we don't want to smudge it, run our fingers through it. Now, this is what I want to show you. So I want to put a piece of vellum cardstock. Oopsie, let's get my card going the right way. Vellum cardstock behind it, but I didn't really want, so this is, you can see what size that is. I didn't really want this bigger one, and I didn't really want the really big one to cover the whole image. I didn't want those. So what I did is I die cut a piece of cardstock on vellum cardstock, 3 sides, whichever side, 3 sides, and then all you have to do is I moved it down, and the notches, I got to set this down, the notches fit in so easily that it's easy to decide where to die cut it without like messing up the edges again, because the notches fit really well. So I made it a little bit smaller. So really you could have any size, thank you, love, any size that you little heart desires.
Morning, Trudy.
Okay. Trudy, did you see this yet? Oh my, if you just checked in, you're going to be like, what? So this vellum cardstock is going to go here, a little in, and I'm going to put this right down here, kind of to the edge there. And it is just, I love it, love it, love it. It's so, so beautiful. Now, I think it needs a little bit of ribbon, a little bit of bling. So I'm going to use this ribbon is in the annual catalog, and it's the real red and burlap ribbon combo. Funny thing, the real red is all gone, but I have quite a bit of the burlap left. In fact, I opened it today, but it's really pretty with that stitching. So I'm just going to make a little loop here, and it's going to end up sitting. I'm going to stick this down first. I'm going to go right across the middle, and I can go a little bit wider. Sometimes it shows up, and sometimes it doesn't. When it's on a dark color, it doesn't seem to show up, but when it's on a lighter color, sometimes it does. So you can see the adhesive there, and I don't really want to see that. I don't want others to see that. So this, I'm just going to kind of put under there like that, because this is going to sit right on top of it. Let's make sure it's long enough there. Yeah, just kind of poking out the side. So I'm going to put another little piece of adhesive there and stick this down and just kind of stick some there and stick that down like that. And then this, of course, I'm going to pop up. Were you waiting for that?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to pop this up, and I just think that looks really pretty. So let's grab some dimensionals. There still are some edges. That's okay. I'll use these. Because every time I do, it feels like Dave sort of comments on that. So I'm just going to use these.
So you decide to do it yourself.
So I decided to do it this way.
No, make a comment
Oh,
yourself.
comment on it. Yeah. I do like to use my take your pick to get these off because I feel like it makes it a little bit easier for me to pull them off. And you can see that white dried a bit. It's not quite as bold. So I'm just going to stick this. I'm going to go down. I'm going to stick it like right there, a little bit low. Okay, now you see we have all this space up here, right? Of course, I'm not going to leave it like that. So this is also comes in this paper butterfly accents also come in the suite. So you get 8 sheets, which is a total of 40. And so I'm going to pick one of these, probably, oops, I just want one. They're fairly thin, delicate. And I think this one will look quite nice, like right here. Now it's pretty stark, right? Pretty stark. So I don't quite want it that stark. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to use the back side of this, I think. I'm going to use this. I don't want to get ink on everything. Still haven't found that silicone mat. So I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to use Highland Heather and go ahead and give it a little bit of color. Sorry, I'm rethinking. I don't want it on there. I'm going to do it on a piece of paper because I'm going to want to do it off first and all that jazz. See that I got right there? That's okay. I'm not going to touch it. So I'm just going to do a little bit of color sort of on the outside. Okay, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, wow, you could use this as a mask to make butterflies. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to put some on the wings.
Butterfly shadows.
Butterfly shadows, yep. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it makes it so it's not quite so stark. Look at that. That could be very fun to use for something. Not that one, but. All right, so let me close up our purple. That is Highland Heather, because I went a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to attach this here. I'm kind of going to bend it a little bit, but I'm just going to literally attach the body with a glue dot because I don't want to put adhesive all over that. I'm afraid actually that I would rip it. So I'm just going to put one little glue dot right there. Try not to rip it. There we go. Okay. And just stick this right there. Now, of course, you could emboss this, which would make it even bolder. Just one more step, but isn't that pretty? I think it's really, really pretty. What do you guys think?
Very fun.
Yeah. I have one more thing I want to do here. So inside, I want to go ahead and add a little bit on the inside because the stamps are just so pretty. So I'm going to stamp in our pretty peacock, since that's one of our colors there. I am going to pull back in that little notepad so I can stamp off because I want it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to, whoopsie, put in the ink first. Okay, yesterday was the last day of school, so it's kind of like, whoo, my brain is taking a little break here. And I'm going to go across the bottom like that. Look how pretty it is. I'll move up a little bit so you can see that. So I'm just going to go across the whole bottom. Mary Jo, did you hear that we're going to the Norway house today? There we go. Okay. Now, when I said to you, oh, there's that little stamp. I was wondering how they got the little flowers to be purple. Well, it's right there. I actually took a marker and kind of went over just on top of them, but let's use this since it's here and it is the right stamp for the right thing. We'll grab a little block here. I'm just going to use this little one. All right, so these are going to stand. I'm going to go in Gorgeous Grape. I want it a little darker. And I want to stamp it over here, make sure I'm going the right direction. Yes. So these go up. And so you can put them obviously where the greens are, but they don't have to be exactly on top. Oh. I'm going to put them different heights, maybe even some up higher, so it looks more el natural. Put that off. Yeah, just to add a little bit of color on the inside. I think that's really, really pretty. If you weren't watching, I'd probably do purple all the way across. It tastes like
no,
scoffing.
It looks good this way.
Yeah, no, I do think it looks good, but anyway. All right, fingers clean enough. All right, let's go ahead and put this inside. Isn't that just so pretty? I do think that is just the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So we'll pop this in the middle. Then how nice when you open it up, you have a little bit of surprise on the inside. So there we go. And I know you guys, if you remember, we do Super Stampin' Sunday, and this is my suite that I am going to be doing
on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep. So there you have it. Okay, what do you got for us, Dave?
All right.
Wait. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot my gems, my bling bling.
Why don't you add some gems while I talk?
Okay, but it's purple fine shimmer gems. I will. Go ahead.
Got it. All right. So obviously this is absolutely beautiful. Perennial Lavender is a gorgeous, gorgeous super sweet. And the great thing is Paper Pumpkin in January coordinates with it. So the Paper Pumpkin, if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a kit that you can get mailed to you, has everything you need. It has stamps, paper, cardstock. It has everything, embellishments, everything you need. But the great thing is January's coordinates with the Perennial Lavender Suite. So great time. I would go ahead and sign up for it now. You need to sign up by January 10th. But I'm going to tell you, you probably even want to sign up for not just January, but sign up for the first 3. The reason is on your screen now, and it keeps scrolling by, so I can't stop it. But there's a set of dies that if you sign up for Paper Pumpkin, you can also get these dies, which coordinate with all 3 sets that they're doing in January, February, and March.
That's cool.
So great opportunity there. Great chance to get some kits that have everything you need to make beautiful projects. And you get the added bonus this time of being able to get the Love of Spring dies as well. So check out Paper Pumpkin. As with everything, go to thestamperstudio.com. Scroll down to the bottom is where Paper Pumpkin is. And you've got a button right there that you can go ahead and click in and sign up for Paper Pumpkin. 1 month, 3 months, or the whole year. Do whatever you would like.
And you save a little bit by doing it the whole year.
You
just
do.
Saying. Yep.
So anyway, that's what we have. Paper Pumpkin coordinating with our beautiful Perennial Lavender Suite.
There you go. All right. Well, I added the little gems here. In that little time he was talking, just put a little bit of those beautiful gems. Of course, they come in medium and small, large and small. Those 2 sizes, and they come in 3 shades of the purple. So what a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Gorgeous.
And as I put in the chat, if you happen to have your Spring Mini catalog, we can't show you the inside right now because it hasn't gone live yet. But if you have yours, check out page 22. You might see something that looks familiar.
Yes. In fact, I copied this directly from the catalog because I use the catalog. It's not just a catalog, it's an idea book to me. So I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I open, oh, look, that's gorgeous. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, they pay people to design those. So, and also if you have not received this and you would like it, please let me know. Then we'll get it out in the mail to you. So. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Christmas or Christmas Eve, whichever you celebrate, if you celebrate that. But just enjoy your time with family and friends. I know sometimes that can be a stressful time as well. So I hope you're able to enjoy that. Be kind to those around you and just love on them. All right, friends. Well, you guys have a wonderful weekend and a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you.
Whatever you want to say.
We'll see you briefly on Monday. All right. Thanks, friends.